So I'm Eric, and behind the camera is the brilliant and beautiful Viviana, and she's here to keep me on track and film this thing because she's so goddamn good at it. So these are 2 display boxes that we've made for the play that we're producing right now called Radioman, about my tour in Vietnam and about combat in general. So these display boxes we're making to show people what we ate. So this is a C-Ration, that's what we call them. Meal Combat Individual, C-Ration. They came in this box. This one was pork slices with juices, applesauce, peanut butter, and crackers and candy. I have to tell you that this is 1968. And we opened these. You can see this one had a bulged can. That's where the black came from on the box here. So the applesauce started to eat through the can, but all the rest of them were perfect. We opened this one, and if you guys are interested, I'll show you photographs of the pork slices with juices. I mean, it was great. Here's your P38. That was the can opener. And then it came with this packet. And in this packet was coffee, instant coffee, sugar, toilet paper, creamer substitute, salt, matches, 4-pack of cigarettes, and a dental hygiene thing, and we'll get back to that later, and a spoon. So this one had 1,200 calories per meal and weighed 2.75 pounds, 2 3/4 pounds. Now, I couldn't carry these. You see, the play that we're doing this for is called Radioman because I was the radioman. I was already carrying a 40-pound radio, 38 pounds, plus 3 batteries at 5 pounds apiece, plus grenades, plus ammunition, plus water. There ain't no way that I can carry 21 of these. 21 of these at 2 3/4 pounds is close to 45 pounds, maybe more. You do the math. I couldn't eat these for 2 reasons. So what I ate was the LRRPS. So every 7 days, they would bring us out ammunition and food. And we had, our company was 68 guys. That's pretty goddamn light company. You're supposed to have 212 guys. We had 68 guys, but that's fine. And we never came out of the jungle, ever. So the 68 guys were made up of 3 platoons, 20 guys each, plus a company commander's entourage. And the company commander's entourage amounted to 8 guys. It was company commander and his radioman, company medic, he was kick-ass. He was, god dang, he was hot. 2 demo guys that were demolitions experts, and the forward observer and his radioman. Now the 2 demo guys, they didn't belong to us. They were attached to us. And I just learned a couple of weeks ago they were like Seabees or something. They weren't 101st. Forgot to tell you that part. I was 101st Airborne, A company of the 327 in the Ashaw Valley, entire year 68. The worst place to be with the worst crew to be in. No, we were the best. So these two demo guys, all that they did was travel with us, and then when we needed a landing zone, meaning a place that the helicopters could come down, like every 7 days, forget about the medevacs and all of that time, just every 7 days we needed a landing zone, they would wrap C4 around trees and blow trees out of the way in their area, a little bit bigger than this room, so that a chopper could come down and bring us food, ammunition, and once a month letters, and twice I remember payroll. That was the stupidest damn thing I ever heard. What were we gonna do with money? Anyway, twice they did that. God bless the Army. So we every 7 days they would bring us C-Rations and LRRPS. Now, you were supposed to get 4 days worth of C-Rations, 2.3 pounds apiece, and 3 days worth of LRRPS at 3/4 of a pound apiece. But they didn't tell us why. I'll come back to that in a second. So what's the first thing we're going to do? As a radioman, I'm going to trade. I'm going to trade for LRRPS at 3/4 of a pound. This only weighs 3/4 of a pound. This weighs 2 3/4 of a pound. How the hell am I going to carry this? I weigh 120 pounds. I'm carrying my own body weight practically. How am I going to carry 21 meals of this? So I carried this one, and I opened it up, and this is the LRRP packet. You can see that the C-Rations came with an auxiliary packet, accessory packet it's called, and that's where all of this stuff was. But the LRRPS did not. So the LRRPS came with sugar. Can you see this? Can you get that okay? And see, that was a B1. That was the C-Ration was a B1 unit. We had B1, B2, B3. B1 only came with coffee, but the LRRP here was a number 6, and it was the reason it's called LRRP is Long Range Patrol, LRP. That's the reason for LRRP. And LRRPs, by the way, they developed these in 1967 because of the Vietnam War. Never had troops been out for extended periods of time without being able to go back to the rear. There was no rear for us. We were in combat the entire time. And they found out that the C-Rations were too heavy for us to carry and be an effective fighting unit. We get fatigued. So they developed this in 1967. I looked all this up on Wikipedia, by the way, 50 years after the goddamn fact. In 1967, they produced like 1 million of them. In 1968, when I was there, they produced 12 million of them. That became the big deal, okay? So here we're opening it up. We got sugar. We got cocoa. What's this one? Here's the creamer substitute. Here's the toilet paper. And look at the water toilet paper we got. And we got 3 of these a day. I mean, that's a nice water toilet paper. Here's your spoon. Here is a fruit bar. So this one is corn flakes and lemon flavor. So this is a wonderful fruit bar, I suppose. Here's your four pack of cigarettes, and this one is Pall Mall, and that one was Salem's. There were, if I remember right, there were Viceroys, Pall Mall, Salem's, somebody told me that there were Camels. I didn't see that. Oh, and Marlboros. That's the 5 that I remember. And then here is the food packet. Oh, there's more in here. Here's the food packet, and this one is pork with scalloped potatoes, scalloped potatoes. And you can see it's freeze-dried. And then, I dumped this out. Here's a package of chiclets. So you had some gum. There's your instant coffee. Matches for your cigarettes. And then this, I told you I'd get back to it, is the teeth stimulator. And this is your toothbrush. So here's what it looked like. Got broken in the pack, but that's okay. Come on out of there. Okay, so this is it. And what you would do, can you see it there? It's 2 pieces. So what you would do is first use it like a toothpick, and then on this part of it, you would chew on the end of it, and that frays the end of it out, and then you could brush your teeth with the frayed end of it. It was pretty cool. So what you would do with this is that you would boil a canteen cup of water, and that's almost a quart, I think. And then cut this open with your K-bar, and then pour this into the canteen cup of water. And in a minute you had pork and scalloped potatoes. I remember spaghetti and meatballs. I remember corned beef hash, chili con carne. This one, there were 6 of them. I don't remember the other 2. But anyway, this is all that I ate for 2 reasons. I told you about the weight, but the other reason I ate this is that I cooked with C4, plastic explosive. I had the highest trading stock in the whole company. The plastic bags that my radio batteries came in, that was the top of the line. That was it. They were super industrial plastic bags to keep those radios dry, batteries dry, and I would trade them. Everybody wanted them. They wanted them to put their Bibles in, to put their letters from home in, put their pictures in. Everybody wanted them. Everybody wanted those bags. So I would trade the bags to the demo guys for C4. So I always had a little brick of C4 with me all the time. So morning and night, I would take a piece of C4 about the size of my thumbnail there, like a marble, and then it's clay. So you pull and pull and pull on it until you get a little, you don't pull it one time, and you get a little tit sticking out on it. You put it on the ground, you strike a match to it, and hold your canteen cup of water on it, and it goes. And in 20 seconds, you have a boiling canteen cup of water. Boiling. Now, you couldn't do that with these. Look over here, Liz. You couldn't do that because you would burn these. These guys, the gunners, and all of those guys, they had to cook with these little sterno tabs. And they would make themselves out of a can. They would whittle themselves a little stand and put a sterno tab down, light the sterno tab, and then open one of these and put it on the sterno tab, and then it would slowly warm up. And if they got really lucky, they'd have kind of hot food, but most of the time they had warm food. Where me, I had 20 seconds later an instant meal. Problem is they didn't like these things. Everybody hated these. I had no problem at all trading for my C-Rations for these. None. So anyway, where am I? So I would, there was a problem with these. And I just learned it just now. So in the play, Radioman, there is a scene about sugar a la cocoa. Every night, I would boil a second canteen cup of water, and I would take a packet of cocoa. If it was close to resupply day, not a day or two away, I would take 3 of the packets of instant creamer. Otherwise, I'd take 2 because I was running out. And 5 to 6 packets of sugar. And I would make hot cocoa every night. And I thought for 50 years that I did it because I like sugar. And it must be that must have been why I did it. It turns out these are 400 calories less than these. These are not giving you enough calories a day. The C-Rations were 1,200 calories, so if you ate 3 C-Ration meals a day, you were getting 3,600 calories. If you ate 3 of these a day, you were getting 36 minus 12 is going to be 2,400 calories a day. That ain't enough calories. That's why I dumped 20 pounds. So this is what we ate. A company of the 327 for 322 days out of the year. And when we finally did get pulled out of the jungle and brought back to the rear, and had our first meals from the rear, most of the guys threw up. Most of the guys got sick.